guys, it's Patricia, and today I'm bringing to you my Non-Scentsy wax empties for the month of March, which includes candles, vendor, and retail wax. Let me pause the video. Here's my bin, pretty full this month. Pause the video, sort the items, and I'll be right back to share with you my thoughts and impressions. Okay, I'm back. So I went through, I think, 11 candles this month, which is pretty good. I'm actually finishing up a lot of candles, and now I just want to mention that I do not start and stop a candle usually in the same month. I have them going off and on for a while. But I have an Ashland candle. I'll start off with this one. It's a 17-ounce one-wick candle in vanilla macaron. And this one here had a little bit of soot. The lighting is crappy this morning, but a little bit of soot on this one. But these usually pull out pretty well. There was a little bit of residual wax here because sometimes the wick is not totally in the center. These usually pull out well. They have about a medium scent throw. The scent on this was kind of like a little bit of a perfumey, slightly almond vanilla, but mostly perfumey vanilla. I usually love almond scents, but this one I'm not sure about. To me, it's more perfumey vanilla. This would not be a repurchase for me. I'm all done. My Ashland candles. It's not that I dislike them. I'm just trying not to buy new stuff. From Bath & Body Works, I finished up 2 3-wick candles. The first one is in 'Tis the Season. This is a white burn make, and this is a nice white wax. This one here, it has a really strong, medium to strong scent throw. It's a nice apple, sweet, very little Christmas related scent to me. I really like this. I'd probably burn this all year round. There's a couple dashes here, and that means I had to cotton ball it. So there's actually more dashes. I just stopped doing it, but I did have to cotton ball this one, so it was a little bit rough going. But no soot. I would repurchase this. I have a backup of this that is 'Tis the Season. The next 3-wick I finished up is Spiced Gingerbread from last year. And I don't have the scent notes because in Canada we're just starting to get the scent notes. This one I just finished up yesterday. There's a little bit of grunginess. This one was a struggle. Okay, so the scent. The scent is a really nice gingerbread. It's not overly strong. It's probably like a medium. It's a nice gingerbread. Sometimes I feel like I smell a little bit of root beer, which I'm okay with. So the little gingerbread man, his wicks were puny and they also curved. So I call those impotent wicks. So Mrs. Gingerbread Woman would not be happy with this candle. There was a lot of performance issues. Would I buy it again? I probably wouldn't. Just hope that they changed the wicks on it, because I really, this one self-extinguished a couple times just for no apparent reason. I had to cotton ball it a lot of times, so that was kind of crappy, but I did really like the scent, so just not happy with the gingerbread man. The next ones are 1-wicks. This one is gingham, and this was gifted to me by a coworker and for Christmas, and I really like this scent. It's like a sweet floral fresh air kind of scent, but quite heavy on the floral and quite a bit of fruit in it. Maybe there's a little bit of like melon or green apple, but with floral. It's really nice. I would pick this up in a 3-wick to give it a try. That is gingham. And the burn was fine. My only complaint, scent throw was about a medium. I could definitely smell it even from this little 1-wick. My main complaint with these is the amount of wax that's left behind, and I know Ramona's mentioned that recently. I've had it with all the ones I've tried. Too much leftover wax. So yeah, and the other thing is you can't just freeze this and then pop the wax out because it tapers in. So you'd either have to kind of chunk it up or just melt it on a warmer. And sometimes when you melt it on a warmer, it smells a little burnt because it's the bottom residue wax. So anyway, the next 1-wick is eucalyptus mint, and again, residual wax. No problems with the burn. Sometimes these 1-wicks, the wicks aren't very well centered, I found. Eucalyptus mint is a nice, soft, there's eucalyptus and a soft kind of spearmint herbal mint. But probably a little more eucalyptus and mint. Anyway, this was, I would say, a soft to medium scent throw. I probably would not pick this one up again, but not because I disliked it, just because one and done, I'm good with it. And finally, this is a tester candle, I believe they call them, the Perfect Spring. This one burns a little bit lower, which I like, 1-wick. These are 4 ounces. We do have the scent notes on these because these are what they put out for, I don't know what they're called, other things that you want to smell, like, what do you call them, wallflowers and whatever they're called. Anyway, I don't buy those. This has spring air, fresh grass, and apple blossom. Yeah, and definitely heavy on the apple blossom. Like, this is a strong, like, it's kind of like a strong floral scent. It reminds me of like an old-fashioned air freshener, like that you would smell in your grandmother's bathroom. And I'm thinking to myself, why did I buy this? Well, I do like these kind of scents, but after a while I was just over it. So I would not pick this up, but I could smell this little sucker because that fresh grass, the apple blossom, are both strong scents, and the floral is also strong. So yeah, this was a strong little sucker. That is the perfect spring. So far it hasn't been the perfect spring, but from DW Home I have 2 candles. The first one is Heirloom Tomato, and this is I can't read it. It's about a 3.5 ouncer, something like that. 1 wick. Nice red jar. This one here is a sweet, like slightly earthy scent, like a sweet fruit, slightly earthy scent. It does not smell at all like tomato vine. This smells a lot better. I really like this one. I'm actually burning a 2 wick, kind of in progress. It's got like barely any wax left. It probably should be in this Empties, but it just isn't. And I can talk about that one more next month. Maybe I'll look up the scent notes, but that is Heirloom Tomato. If I was purchasing more candles, I probably would pick that up again because I really liked it. And from DW Home, I have this candle, and it says Breathe, and you can't really see it very well. And it comes packaged in here, and I think I got it on sale. This was $7 on clearance from $10. And this is 7.6 ounces. These are the writing on these are so hard to read. And this is basically eucalyptus and rosemary. Yeah, this was stronger than the eucalyptus mint. A little more herbal with the rosemary, but still with the eucalyptus. And this burned really well. I had no problems. What would sometimes have some residue along the side, and then as it would burn down and heat up, that residue would just kind of slump, and then everything kind of all worked well together. And as you can see, if there's any soot, it's sometimes from me lighting, like there's a soot mark right here, and it's sometimes from me lighting it with my lighter. So that was not the candle's fault, although I find DW Homes sometimes do soot, but I had pretty good ones this month for those not sooting. So this candle was probably one of the highlights of the month. It's from Our Own Candle Company, and I've burned a few of these, and this is Hot Buns Cinnamon. You can kind of see the wick's really long right there, but this self-extinguished with a bit more wax in the bottom than it normally would have. But this little sucker, man, oh man, okay, it's a really nice, yummy bakery sweet dough goodness with a little bit of bakery cinnamon. Well, this was so good, and for a little candle I could definitely smell it. This was probably one of the strongest throwing candles that I could pick up from this company, being that it's a 1 wick. It did burn kind of aggressive, like it really pulled out well, and I think that made a difference, better than all the other ones I've had from this company. So I think I will definitely look for Hot Buns Cinnamon again, because I like cinnamon scents, I like bakery scents, and this one I really liked. So I would look for that again and hope I get another good one. So the last 2 candles are from Yankee, and they are the only ones I had that had some soot. So this one here is a returning favorites in the 1 wick large jar in blueberry. So this one here, the scent on it, it's like a nice deep, rich blueberry. I mean, it is slightly artificial, but it's very deep. I feel like it has like black currant in there as well to kind of help it along. Yeah, this one here, you can kind of see there's some soot. And I really don't like when my Yankees soot. It was the struggle between, like, if the wick was a tiny bit too long, the flame would be gigantic, and then you trim it, and then sometimes it would have a hard time pulling out. But this one, I mean, usually I could smell it no problem. It was a good medium for a Yankee, I was pleased with. I probably would repurchase this because I do like to melt blueberry scents, and I like to have a candle to supplement. And I usually don't have very many blueberry candles, so I probably would pick this up again if I saw it. And this candle here is a 1 wick in Home Sweet Home. I don't have the scent notes, but this is a very cinnamon potpourri kind of scent. It reminds me a little bit of Welcome Home from Scentsy. I feel like I have soot on me. This one soot as well, but this one here also pulled out very well. It burned fairly fast for a Yankee, so that helped. And I could also smell this one. I would say it was a medium as well. So I was pleased with both the scent releases for these Yankees. I just didn't really like the soot. And again, this one would be like, you had to keep the wick trimmed really short, and sometimes if it would get away from me, that's when I got this pretty early on, probably like in the top third, I think, and then it was pretty well behaved after that. This one is nice because it reminds me of my Zumba Gold group. So if you don't know, I teach Zumba, although I'm not teaching right now because of the whole COVID-19. But so I teach Zumba, but I used to teach Zumba Gold and Zumba Toning. Now Zumba Gold is kind of marketed toward the older crowd or someone with injuries or someone that needs kind of some modifications. And they gave me, when I finished that class, they gave me a gift card. It was a very generous gift card. So I went and I think it was at, is it Home Sense? Not Home Sense. Well, I can't, Bed Bath & Beyond. And I picked up this candle. So I've had this quite a while. And when I burned this candle, it made me think of my goldies. They're so sweet. Okay, and lastly, with this kind of stuff to transition to the retail, I had 2 votives from Yankee and Vanilla Lime. Vanilla Lime is one of my favorite scents from Yankee. It's just not very strong in the votives. All right, from Better Homes and Gardens, I finished 2. I finished Pear Blossom Tea. So this one, I will read you the notes. This is a very nice, unique kind of scent. I like this. It's crisp greens, sparkling lemon, pear blossom, fresh apples, sugared musk, and vanilla bean. So it's like a soft, sweet, a little bit fruity, and a little bit floral, and a little bit musky. Maybe more musky than the other things. Very well rounded. It wasn't a huge love for me, but I definitely enjoyed this. And I'm so glad that, I think Danielle sent this up to me. So I'm really appreciative of that. And this one here I picked up on my own, I believe. Cranberry Mandarin Splash when I went to Vegas. And boy, that was quite the experience. I'm just going to break off and tell you, like when we went to Vegas, I wanted to try to mail Danielle a package so it would be cheaper. And I could not friggin' find a post office for the life of me, but like near the strip. It was crazy. And then I said to my sister, we need to go to Walmart. And she was like getting annoyed with me that I wanted to go to Walmart for wax melts. And she was so annoyed with me that I was going to ask to like look for a post office, but I was so friggin' scared of my sister that I was just like, no, I'm just going to get my wax melts. I probably picked up like 50 clams. This was one of them. Anyway, we got the hightailed it out of there because she was getting annoyed with me. When I was at the Walmart, she kept passing me every wax melt. What do you like? Do you like this one? What about this one? This is nice. And after a while, I'm like, just let me be. I just want to smell them on my own. Anyway, she's cute. Cranberry Mandarin Splash. I don't have the scent notes, but again, very straightforward cranberry and mandarin. Now the cranberry is not too vibrant, and the mandarin is a little bit dulled, so it's not very splashy. There's not a lot of splash to this. It's kind of a little bit, it was kind of wimpy to me. Like it wasn't as strong as I was expecting. It wasn't as strong as the one from Mainstays. I found that one stronger. So this would not be a repurchase, even if I could. Not a repurchase. All right. Glade. I have problems with Glade. Glade scents don't like me, or they don't like my home. So this is nice and strong when I smell it. And this one is Hawaiian Breeze. So it's like a very tropical, you know, papaya, mango, that kind of thing. A little tiny bit of like fruitiness in the background. Floral prettiness, but man, these do not throw well in my home. Like they're not good. I still have more to try because I went crazy and bought a whole bunch. I'm trying to get through them. I'm holding out hope that there's gonna be some that are gonna work well for me. Okay, oh my gosh, I gotta go faster. Okay, so let's talk about vendor wax. I am gonna try to go through this quick so that we're not here forever. I'll do American first, and then I will do Canadian. So from Barretts, from the Cotton Candy Sampler, I picked up in August 2018, Cotton Candy Sweet Lavender and Snow Fairy. This one was pretty good. I wasn't sure about this one, but you could definitely smell the Snow Fairy, and you could definitely smell lavender. And the Cotton Candy was kind of just like a backdrop. Yeah, not a repurchase, but very pleased with it nonetheless. Adipose Lavender Vanilla from L3 Waxy Wonders. This one here, I'm not a huge lavender fan, but I definitely like this because of the marshmallow and because of the vanilla. Yeah, I wouldn't probably repurchase it, but I was happy to use that sample. I was pleased with it. Also from L3, this was from either Danielle or Teresa. I don't know whose writing that is. Anyway, it's brown sugar fig sweet tea. This one, I forget what shape it was. There was probably 2 shapes. I warmed this in my downstairs son's room, and it did really well. It reminded me a lot of French Kiss from Scentsy. A little bit different, but kind of like that, you know, brown sugar, warm, a little bit fig. I like this. I would definitely purchase this if I saw it offered. I did like it. It was probably like a medium. From Candles from the Keeping Room. Oh, this is from Danielle, so this must be her writing. This was when she sent me a random act of kindness. Spiced pear. This one was a nice, like, gentle scent. It was pleasant. I can't smell it in here now. It was pleasant. It was like a soft pear with a little bit of spices. I was happy with it. Probably not a repurchase because I probably won't repurchase a lot of vendor wax right now. I'm trying to get my stash down. I'm doing really well. Oh, also from L3, this was from August 2018, Butt Naked Blueberry Cobbler. And I'll read you the notes. It's strawberry, banana, peach, melon, and then the blueberry cobbler is blueberries and sweet cream. So for this, the Butt Naked part, which is kind of like the strawberry, banana, peach, and melon, I get like apple and kind of vibe with it. I think why I say that is because the Butt Naked scent kind of reminds me a tiny bit of Skinny Dippin' from Scentsy. And I don't know if there's a link with Butt Naked and Skinny Dippin', but anyway, that's what it reminds me of. And I didn't get very much of the blueberry cobbler at all. All right, from Kay's Kreations, I finished up a pack of Donut Shop Cafe. I don't have the scent notes, but this is like a little bit of everything. It's got like chocolate glazed donuts, it's got jelly filled donuts, it's got bakery bun, and like coffee. It's like everything you'd smell when you go into a coffee shop, and I do really enjoy this, and it does well for me. I warm it usually in like a 15-watt hot plate from Glade in my bedroom here, just one little flower, and does well. I find they don't do the greatest in really hot warmers for me, so probably like a moderate temperature might be a little bit better. If you have any Kay's Kreations, I would give that a try with a moderately lower warmer temperature. From Rainbow Melts, I finished up Wicked Punch, which is wild watermelon and sweet and fruity sangria. And this is from Teresa. Thank you so much. This was really nice. I liked this a lot. I would put this, it was like 4 of those funny sticks that remind me of something else. I don't know, I must have a perverted mind. Anyway, these sticks, I used some of it in my son's room, did well in Scentsy warmers. I also used some of it in my hot plate warmers that I have for vendor wax distributed in my open concept. Did well, didn't last very long, but definitely nice and strong while it lasted. So very watermelon with a little bit of fruit, which is nice. From Rosegirls, I finished up apple clove butter, vanilla sandalwood, and campfire marshmallows. Now I know this is a huge fan favorite. I got this back in October. This was a muffin, and I went on it with Canada Kim. Oh man. I remember, like, I didn't know, but I had like a little like bit from a D stash, and then when I was putting my order in with Kim, I ordered all this stuff. Then I found the stuff from the D stash, warmed it, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. It's very, almost like a musky sandalwood. It's the clove, I think, with the apple. I don't know. It's not for me. Sorry, it's not for me. It's nice and strong. And it lasts fairly long. I remember I got the order and I said, yeah, Kim, do you want to swap any out? Because I know she hates blueberry scent or something like that. I'm like, do you want to do a little swap? And I was hoping that she would say, sure. But no, she was like, no. And I'm like, okay. That's all gone, so I'm kind of happy. From Rosegirls, Black Cherry Blue Hawaiian Kool-Aid. I think this came with an order that I went in on with my friend Shannon. This was friggin' strong. Like, it's still going in my kids' like bathroom. One little piece in each of 2 mini warmers. Like, so there's 2 sinks, and each sink has a mini warmer next to it. And I put the tiniest little piece of this sucker. And holy crap. Like, every time I go in, it's like every Kool-Aid scent you can imagine. Like, whoa, it just hits you. So it says Black Cherry Blue Hawaiian Kool-Aid. Like, holy sweetness, intensity. Not a repurchase, but man, if you like the scent, you're going to get your money's worth. Because I think there was 5 little pieces. I put 3 of them one day in my bonus room in a Scentsy warmer. It lasted a while, and then I finished it off just the other day. This is from Danielle. It's from Silky Soaps. It was a little flower. It was pink petal tea cake. And this is my first experience with pink petal tea cake, and I was like, I don't know if I dislike it or like it. Like some moments, I remember when I first warmed it, I did not like it. And then it started coming around, like a little bit. So I'm just like, I'm not sure if I'm a pink petal tea cake person. So, but I'm so happy that Danielle gave this to me, because at least now I know. I would probably just shy away from pink petal tea cake. And it was about a medium performer here in my Glade 15-watt hot plate. And from VCS Vintage Chic Scents, these were 4 coins in the scent Lady Luck. And this was from June of 2018. This is fresh squeezed pomelo, juicy plum, tart cherry, and watermelon. So I don't think I really got much of the watermelon. Yeah, I definitely got like the cherry, the pomelo, and maybe a tiny bit of plum. This was very fruity. I'm not an overly fruity gal, and you're thinking, well, why do you have that? Well, because I bought a mystery, is it a mystery box or whatever you call it? And this was in it. So definitely enjoyed it, but it would not be a repurchase. And last from the US, I finished up a Scoopable from Zeep in Lavender Soda, courtesy of Canada Kim. She loves this scent, but she doesn't like Scoopables, and she gave me a few. And this one was about maybe a third gone or half gone. It was still a lot left. And I finished it up. Woo! It's strong. This was probably from 2018, like January 2018, so it's a good 2 years old. There was no problem with like scent throw on this, absolutely not. It still performed quite well. It's a very like invigorating, like fizzy pop, almost like a lemon lime fizzy, but picture like a fizzy pop without a lot of flavor, just the fizz. And then the lavender, like a sweet fizzy lavender, like wake you up, woo! This, I'm very thankful to try. I mean, I am not a huge lavender person, but I was okay with this. It actually was really refreshing, but I'm not sure. I'm still kind of feeling my way out on the Scoopables. There's good things and bad things. They do usually throw strong, but they're a pain in the butt. Like, scoop it out and you have to get it off your finger, and it's like the consistency of like shortening, and I hate shortening. Like, I love to bake. I bake a lot with butter, and very rarely do I use shortening because I hate the fact that it's the way it is. But also it's so goopy, and I'm thinking, if you can't wash it off your hands, what's it doing to your insides? Not that I'm a health freak, don't get me wrong. I don't really. Anyway, let's move on to Canada. Oh, Canada. I finished up 2 loaves. Look at me. Okay, let me just show you the loaves. People are going to think I'm baking. The first one, let's do the first one. Oh my gosh. So she does her loaves differently now, but this was back in August 2018. And this is a custom loaf, but I didn't make up the scent. I just picked it. It's a vanilla hazelnut latte. So I had one that was called Birthday Latte, I believe, and that performed a lot better than this one. This one was light, and it's finishing up. And I would not pick up that other that one, but I would pick up I think it's called Birthday Latte. It was espresso and birthday cake, I think. This one here was one that I was trying to recreate from Super Tarts. No, I can't smell it. I'll just smell one. So this one is, it says Patricia's Custom, key lime cupcakes, and ginger ale. I was trying to replicate Oz from Super Tarts, which I really liked. I did like that scent. You could smell the lime, you could smell a creamy vanilla from the cupcake, and you could smell like a little bit of fizz from the ginger ale. So I did like that one. Not a repurchase, but I'm not even sure how she's doing lately. She's a dental hygiene student, and she's probably almost finished now, if not being close to finished, but who knows what's going on with everything. Anyway, I'm sure we'll hear more from her in the future. Okay, so the next one I'm going to talk about is from Make Sense Candles in New Brunswick. I have got 4 items from her. I just want to point out that I've rebagged all of these items. Some of them, the labels have faded, and some of them, I wasn't trusting the bags. So anyway, this is in Farmer's Daughter, which is blackberry mango ginger ale. So very close to VCS's, why can't I remember the name? I'll put it down below. Farmer's Daughter. This one here, you know, it's okay. I haven't tried my VCS version of it, but this is okay. I was okay with it. I just wouldn't repurchase. No need to repurchase, but I did enjoy it. Jack Frost. This is peppermint and vanilla. This was a nice strong peppermint. Definitely a good peppermint. I would repurchase this again. Yeah, Jack Frost. I can't smell anything in the bag. Must have finished those up early in the month. From This was probably a standout of the month. 'Tis the season. The scent note's very similar to the candle. Berries, pine, and a dusting of spruce. So I get a lot of berries. I feel like I get apple in this too. I love this. I don't get very much pine and I don't get very much spruce at all. Like it's like berries and then to me apple and a little bit of like tiny Christmas sneaks in. But this friggin' was long lasting and strong. I had it in my hot plate warmers and it lasted over a day. So definitely good for that when 'tis the season. And this one I just finished recently too, and I wasn't sure about it on Cold Snap. It's Mom's Favorites, which is baked apples. Let's see if I can read this backwards. What does it say? Zucchini bread and blueberry cheesecake. So you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's kind of weird. Like, got apples and zucchini bread, which is kind of like a spicy bread, and then blueberry cheesecake with the. Anyway, this was nice. Like, it was surprisingly when I smelled it on cold, I was like, ugh. But then it was really nice bakery. Sometimes I would get a lot of the baked apples. Sometimes I could pick up the blueberry cheesecake, and sometimes I could get the hint of the banana zucchini bread. I would say it was lightest on the zucchini bread, maybe slightly heavier on the baked apples, and then blueberry cheesecake in the middle. I would repurchase this. So a couple repurchases. 'Tis the season for me, and Mom's Favorites for me from Make Sense. And I'll finish up quickly with Talulah, which is based out of Ottawa, I believe, in Ontario. And I think I have 6 items, but 2 of them are the same. So let's start with Candy Girl. This one is saltwater taffy, blue raspberry, and cotton candy. I did not like this one. I knew I didn't like it when I hauled it, but I was hoping for the best. There's just it's almost like a spun sugar note or something in there that I don't like. I've smelled it in other things, like it's similar to a note in gelato from Bath & Body Works that I smell, and I just don't care for it. Of course, when you don't like something, it's definitely strong and works well, no problem. And her wax is very similar to Scentsy's, maybe a tiny bit harder. So when you turn your warmer off and let it harden, you can scoop it out entirely, which is so nice. You can also do that with Make Sense candles as well. Mandala Melts is a soy-based wax company, so you cannot do that. It makes a big mess. But anyway, this is from Talulah. It's called Just a Sip. This is lemon soda, orange soda, and a hint of guava and passion fruit. This one here, yeah. Again, I don't want to sound like a Debbie Downer. Scent appeal wasn't really, really big for me. It was okay. Not a repurchase. Sometimes I use up the things I don't like first, and then I kind of talk about the things I do like. So let's do Purple Rain. That was probably like a medium level performer and scent appeal for me. The scent notes are candy fluff, sugar waffle cone, marshmallow fluff, and creamsicle. I didn't really get that. I kind of almost got like a grape. I don't know, like a grape soft blueberry creamy scent. I don't know. This one was really perplexing to me. It was hard to pick up notes. I remember thinking I didn't like it as much as I was hoping I would from the notes, but I think it was long lasting at like a medium intensity. This one I did like a lot. This is Fireside Delight, and you can see she's modified her little heart with a little tree because this is a fall scent from 2018. So for the most part, I mean, there's some scents that I found have lessened from then, but these ones, for the most part, were doing okay. This is funnel cake, chestnuts, and brown sugar, and apple picking. It was like a bakery with a little bit of nuttiness. Oh, this was really nice. I liked this. I would definitely pick this up again. It's called Fireside Delight. I'm just trying not to buy wax. I'm trying to diminish my stash. So I'm trying to do well. And this one here was, I finished off 2 of the same. And this one is called Love Key. And let me read you the notes. Flying High, which is candy fluff and salty sea air, and Hawaiian tropic. There was one night I burned bacon. I burned something. What did I burn? I burned something. Oh no, I know what it was. Anyway, there was a problem with my son. He's special needs, and there was a problem, like a bathroom related problem, that we had a huge cleanup to do in his bed. You probably catch my drift. And the room smelled horrible, and my husband was like, we need something stronger than what we've got going on. So I changed the wax. I put this in the bedroom, and I also, at the same time that we're dealing with that, I had a pot on the stove with a little bit of oil heating up, and the oil kind of burned. It didn't catch fire or anything, thank God, but the house just smelled horrible between the bathroom problem or that kind of problem. And then anyway, so I put this all on my main level, and holy crap, It was strong. Anything with the flying high note is strong. It was a very, like, almost like a tropical fruity, salty sea air, fluffy scent. More salty sea air, like very, almost like a little bit of grapefruit tendency. This was strong and long lasting. This, if you want to pick out a good performing wax, look for her Flying High series because they do really well. Anyway, thanks for spending the last 31 minutes with me. Oh my gosh, I'm so long-winded, but I went through a lot. So I'm hoping, being home, that I'm going to continue to go through a lot and have my house smelling nice. At least it gives me a little bit of comfort. So as always, thanks for spending this time with me. I hope you guys are doing well considering everything that's going on. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods considering the circumstances, and I will see you in the next video.